It's Parsha Chukat. Something amazing has just happened in the Torah. The Torah jumped 38 years. Until now, since the beginning of Parsha Shmos, we were talking about the Jews in Egypt, leaving Egypt, coming to Mount Sinai on the first year. And then, in a moment, the Torah skips 38 years. And we're now with a new generation. All those who sinned have died. And those who are the new generation ready to come into the land of Israel are standing at the gates. They're about to enter the land. And then Miriam dies. And then Aaron dies. And the Jewish people are about to enter the land of Israel. And they come towards the gates and they complain. V'tiktsar nefesh ha'am b'darech. And the people are fed up. V'yidaber ha'am be'Elohim u'v'Moshe lama he'elitunu mimitzrayim lamud b'midbar. Why did you bring us out here to die in the desert? We should have stayed in Egypt. Why did we leave? Ki ein lechem ve'ein mayim. There's no bread, there's no water. And it's very strange that the Jewish people are complaining in this way right now. These are people who never lived in Egypt. They don't know what life was like in Egypt. These are people who have food and bread and water. They have man given to them on a daily basis, and they have mayim. It doesn't make sense that they would be complaining in such a way. What was it that caused them at this juncture to complain so deeply? And a second question is that until now, when the Jewish people complained, then Moshe Rabbeinu davened and HaKadosh Baruch Hu answered. But over here, it wasn't enough that Moshe Rabbeinu davened. Rather, Hashem sent Nachashim Srafim. And only then, when the people did tshuva, after the Nachashim had killed a number of them, and there was a big brass snake that was placed there, then they were able, a bronze snake that was placed there, then they were able to do tshuva. What was the need for this extra actions? What was taking place? But we can understand in the following way. The way that this section begins is V'yisu mehor hahar derech Yam Suf. They left Hor Hahar. What happened at Hor Hahar? That's when Aaron died. Aaron and Moshe were two figureheads for the Jewish people. Moshe represented Din, Mishpat, law. He was the lawgiver. Aaron, for the Jewish people, was the father of love. He was the father of chesed. He was the one who made peace between people. And when they were looking to connect back to Hashem, they had a dual vision of Hashem. A vision of Hashem that came through Moshe, law and order, and a view of Hashem that came through Aaron, love and peace. But now Aaron's died. V'yisu mehor hahar, and they left the place where Aaron was left. Aaron was buried on Hor Hahar, and the Jewish people left Aaron behind. And now they have a skewed vision of Hashem. They have a vision of Hashem who has justice, but they don't have the vision of Hashem that has love and peace. And that's why if you're Medaik in the words, it says, V'yedaber ha'am be'elokim u'v'Moshe lama ha'elitunu. They're complaining not against Shem Hashem, Yud He, and then Vav He, which is a name of mercy and Rachamim, of love, but rather they're complaining against Elokim. And therefore it makes sense they would complain about anything, because they're just not able to feel the connection of Hashem's love for them. And therefore as they reach Edom and they think, we finally made it, we're about to get in, and then they have to turn around and go back. But tiktsar nefesh ha'am b'darech, they're fed up of the journey. Because a journey that you feel that you're making, which is bringing you close to someone who cares about you and who loves you, you're able to take. Even if the journey is hard, but you feel you're coming close to Hashem, it's worth it. But here they felt they were coming close, and they turned away. They were almost there, and they left. Can I handle that? If Hashem is with me, I can. But with Aaron no longer being a figure for them, they don't feel they can handle that. They've left Aaron behind. And therefore they start complaining even about things that are unlogical. We shouldn't have left Egypt, even though they were never in Egypt. We don't have food and water, even though they have man and they have mayim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu needed to teach them a lesson. And the lesson that Hashem was teaching them was that even when things are harsh, it's still coming from a place of love. Even if they don't have Aaron anymore as a figure who represents Hashem's love, they can learn the lesson and take that principle with them even after his death, and still acknowledge HaKadosh Baruch Hu as the God of love. And therefore Hashem responds to them with Shem Hashem. V'yishlach Hashem ba'am et ha'nachashim. It doesn't say V'yishlach Elokim. Even though they related to Hashem as Elokim, he didn't do midah keneged midah here. He didn't respond to them in a harsh way. He responded to them in a loving way. V'yishlach Hashem ba'am et ha'nachashim. And they understood that message. They understood that even when Hashem is giving them a harsh punishment, it's still coming from a place of love. And therefore it says the Jewish people responded, V'yamru chatanu ki dibarnu b'Hashem v'vach. Before they complained against Elokim. But now they realize that even when Hashem sends them nachashim, it's still coming from a place of love and care and concern. Even though Aaron is no longer there to teach them that message in a physical way, the Jewish people were able to imbue that message. And therefore they said, we've sinned by Hashem. And they recognized it was Hashem. So here's the message for us. We go through a journey in life as well. We're going through times where we suddenly feel like we're close to Hashem, we're about to get there, we're about to reach a high level. And like the Jewish people who reached Edom, when they were so close, they had to turn back. Can we handle that, or do we fall apart? If we feel that Hashem is with us, if we're able to call upon Shem Hashem as a God of love, then even if we have to turn back and things are hard, we'll be able to handle it, we'll have the faith, we'll have the amunah. And we certainly won't complain about things that are actually all in place. The Jewish people at that time felt they'd lost Aaron, they'd lost their connection with Hashem as a God of love. And therefore, they on their derech, v'tiktsar nefesh ha'am b'derech. But we've learned the lesson. For us, for all time in the future, we'll be able to acknowledge that even if we're not able to see Aaron HaKohen as our model, we are able to take the lesson from him and recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu as a God of love. And if we have hardships, we're able to recognize the hand of Hashem throughout. Have a wonderful Shabbos.